Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dawson with Dinelli Defense, and today is another beautiful day because we are back out on the range and we are here to take a look at the CMR-208 by Crimson Trace. So this is a pistol weapons mounted light, or I guess you could put this on anything with the Picatinny rail, but I wouldn't really recommend this for like an AR or a shotgun platform. I think that Crimson Trace themselves, among other companies, have a lot better products out there for those platforms. But as a pistol light, it's been pretty good. Now, you might be asking yourself, why am I going to be watching another review on this specific light? Because you've probably already seen other reviews. And that may be true, but I haven't seen anybody else do a durability review over thousands of rounds, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So that is the question: how is this held up over thousands of rounds? And before we get into that, just a word from our sponsor. I don't have a sponsor. Guys, the best way to support the channel is to hit that big red subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. It definitely would help me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as quickly as I can. But guys, if you think I deserve it, remember to hit the like button and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Enough of that tangent. Let's get back to this light. So it is, the housing on this is anodized aircraft aluminum. So it is a very durable housing on it. When the battery is in this, it's about 4.1 ounces. And it does take a CR123 battery. It's got 4 settings. It has a high settings that's 420 lumens. It's got a low settings that's 110 lumens, a strobe setting, and then a momentary on and off. And the way you switch between the settings is you hold both paddles down for about 3 seconds, and then it'll switch between settings. And then it'll remember whatever setting you have on, and then you can activate it using either paddle from either side. So it is ambidextrous. It works extremely well. And I know there's a big controversy. Some people like to have a really bright light because they say it's blinding and it'll have that submissive effect just by shining somebody in the eyes. Some people say that they want to have the dimmer light because when they turn that light off, they still want to have their night vision as well, because a bright light is obviously going to affect your night vision. Some people say that you want a strobe light because that's the most disorienting. In my opinion, they all have their place depending on your specific goal set. So I think that they do all work depending on your goal set. So right now we're going to jump into this and show how this light works over thousands of rounds. And spoiler, it has actually held up very well. So I've had this for probably about 8 months or so now, and it's been on multiple different guns, and it's probably had about 3,500 to 4,000 rounds that I've put on it with this light, and it has held up to recoil just fine. And all the day-to-day just kind of banging it around, it's been thrown in my range bag, thrown in the back of the truck, and just kind of been beaten up that way. But I haven't done any extreme stuff like beating it with a hammer or running it over with a truck, because I just don't think that that's realistic for day-to-day life. But it has held up extremely well, and we're going to show it at night. Now, earlier I had said that I wouldn't really put this on an AR platform, and the reason being is this is more of a floodlight than like a direct beam, so it's going to light up a whole room. But when you start getting out to distance, especially where you live somewhere rural like me, where you would really want to see out to distance, this doesn't have a strong enough beam to really get there. Now, we're going to head down range here in just a little bit, and I'm going to show you why I set up my targets the way I did so that we can kind of go over how this light works in the dark. But so far, guys, it's been pretty good, and let's get into the rest of it. All right, guys, so we're downrange. I'm going to explain to you why I kind of have my targets set up the way that they are. Don't mind my strap. It's on its last leg. We're going to make it work, though. So I spray painted this one bright white, and then I shot the paint off of this one, and I'm just going to leave it kind of that gray color that it is. The reason I do this is you see a lot of people use like bright white targets, and they get out to distance and they shine their light on it, and that light is obviously going to reflect off of a white target more than it will off of something like this that's a more neutral target. And the reason I do this is because I'm more focused on this, because if I think of somebody trying to do some sneaky shit at night that's not good, they're probably not going to be wearing a bright white t-shirt or something like that. Maybe, I don't know the statistics, but That's why I do it differently. So I will show you what it looks like with the white, but then we're going to look at this as well so that we can kind of get a true definition of something with a more neutral color. And then we're going to kind of go from there. That's why I set those up the way I did. So let's get to it tonight. So I'm just going to switch through the different deals. There's your low light, strobe, and then back to high. All right, I'm going to shoot a little bit here. All right. All right, now we're going to step it back to 50 yards. All right, guys, now we're at 50 yards, and you can see, I could easily see that white target, but I can't necessarily see just the gray target very well. That shape is already starting to kind of go away. I can see it, but not great. See if I can hit it real quick. All right, we got her there. So I can still see it, but it's not that great. We're going to step back a little bit further and see how this does. All right. We're at about 75 yards here. Again, that white target is showing up pretty darn good, but not near as good on that gray target over there. I don't know how it's showing up on camera. I could still make it out, but not great. So we'll step it back a tiny bit further, probably to about 100 yards, see how it goes. And because I just wanted to show you the difference, especially with the white target compared to something that's a more neutral color. All right, and then from back here, again, I can easily see that white target, but anything that's a more neutral color is pretty hard to make out. I can't see any definition whatsoever on that one that's in gray at all there, but then that white one really pops out. So that's why I wanted to show you guys the difference between when you spray that target white and then you come back and you shine the light on a more neutral color, because it's a lot harder to tell the difference and really get that definition or have it be defined at all. But this is about 100 yards that we're at right now, and I definitely can't see the one, but I can see the white. All right, guys, so that was my review of the Crimson Trace CMR-208. It's been an extremely good light. I would recommend it, especially for the price point of, I've seen them as low as $56 on Amazon. That's pretty dang good for what you are getting with this light. It's very functional. It's been very durable for me. Of course, this is a sample size of one. There could be others that have problems, but that's with any light out there. But it has been extremely, extremely durable, and it has held up over thousands and thousands of rounds. And I'd really like to show that, because when I'm looking into buying a light or anything, I want to know how it's going to hold up over time. And this has been really great, so I would recommend it. Guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment down below if you enjoy this content. I would really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys watching till the end. Thank you, and remember, don't be caught off guard, train for the unexpected, and I will see you next time.